Chuck, you mentioned that the willingness was a factor. The Ukrainians obviously are very motivated to defend their country. You said the Russian troops aren't as motivated. What does that translate to on the battlefield when a Russian soldier maybe doesn't have the same fire lit under them as somebody trying to defend their country?
Well, when you're defending your own wives and children, you'll do anything, and you're not going to be afraid. That will cast out fear, and so they are just like wolves going after a bunch of hyenas. The hyenas are they're just looking for the opportunistic event. They're opportunists, right? So if there's, we rolled up on this building and it's empty, okay, we'll move into this building. But if they roll up on the building and they lose their commander and they lose their lieutenant and they lose their sergeants to snipers, and all of a sudden they start getting grenades and everything thrown at them, these are conscripts. They don't want to fight. They didn't want to fight in the first place. They don't have anything against Ukraine. Why would I want to die in Ukraine? Like, I don't hate Ukrainians. That was, the one thing that, not the one thing, but one big thing that the Russians just got wrong. Not only that, but they don't have the training to overcome that reticence to kill. They don't have the motivation, and they don't have the discipline, and they don't have the communication. So the way that the Russian military is set up is that you don't move an inch until the guy at the very top, that general, orders everybody what to do, and you go do it. But if that communication line is cut, you sit there and you just wait for somebody to tell you what to do. And in the United States military, it's just the opposite. You are told the mission, and everybody is supposed to take the initiative. And even if you're the last guy left alive, the Ranger Creed says, I will accomplish the mission at 100% and then some, even if I'm the lone survivor, right? I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
But the Russian military is not that way. So they're saying that they've lost communications with their higher. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. So they just sit. And they've been sitting there for now almost 2 weeks and stuck. Now, again, down in the South, it's a different story, because down in the South, they've got the Donbass region, the Donetsk and Luhansk and the Crimea, where they can easily get resupply every day and have good communication with their leaders who are back in the rear, and they're pushing them forward. But in the North, the guys that were the 7 divisions of tanks that were supposed to take Kyiv, 70,000 men, they're just stuck. And so that's where this thing is getting lost. And if you notice, even in the South, they have not taken any major metropolitan area at all, except for Kherson, which is about 330,000 people. But even in Kherson now, they've lost like a whole squadron of helicopters just yesterday. They wiped out a whole Russian helicopter, I think, battalion. And the Ukrainians are starting to push them back in Kherson now. So they haven't taken Mariupol, they haven't taken Kharkiv, they haven't taken Sumy, they haven't taken Chernihiv, and they haven't taken Kyiv, and they haven't taken anything in the West. So what are they winning? I mean, here we are 20 days into this fight, and the Russians they control less than 10% of the territory of Ukraine, and the territory they do control is all rural territory. So they're losing. And the whole campaign was predicated on it being over in 15 days. That's been found in writing, in documents that were captured from command vehicles that came in the initial invasion. It was signed off on by Vladimir Putin on January 18th, the invasion, and it was slated to be a 15-day campaign and be over. But that was dependent on the government of Ukraine rolling over, giving up, and surrendering. And they didn't do that. And so they're stuck. And they are losing badly every time they face. Now, that doesn't mean that lots and lots and lots and lots of civilians are going to get hurt and killed and starved and frozen and pushed out of their homes. We've got over 3 million refugees now out of the country. We've got another 3 million that are internally displaced. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrific what they're doing. And they're just getting more and more brutal, because a cornered animal will lash out and in the most brutal possible way to try to save his own skin. And that is a perfect picture of the Russian military right now.